And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Endless Legends as the Necrophage. In our third part here. And in the last part, we did just defeat one of the Ardent Mage's armies. Effectively, it was actually two, because they merged the army together right before the fight. Which, in a way, was good for us, because that allowed us to kill two armies with one blow. Oh, it looks like they've actually settled a second settlement. We start wandering back towards our territory. Because we've got 2 more ticks to go, and then we'll be in Area 2. Once we're in Area 2, we're going to actually want to upgrade our unit's equipment. Take the risk of running through their territory. So we can get the ruin as we go through. So we get the wine extractor. We'll work on the next Burrow Street. Okay. So now we're going to start producing wine. We do not forgive you this act of aggression during Cold War, and we do not fear the consequences of what we say. Well, we don't fear the consequences of what we did, which was attack one of your armies. So I think the feeling there is a bit mutual. I'm looking to see if this one, and that one has been cleared, okay. Explore up this way. So we know the Ardent Mages are over here. We know the Vultures are over there. That might be the Vultures actually starting area. Although no, they're probably farther back there. So they both got 2 settlements. We don't know. We don't necessarily know where the third one is. Actually, well, that might be them we see through the fog of war there. Hard to tell. Yeah, we don't necessarily know where the third one is. So we should probably try to figure out where they are while we're still exploring. Before we go to war and start trying to eat people. So right now our city is unhappy for building so many Burrow Streets. From this one forward, we should be able to get the Burrow Streets to start leveling up, which will offset the approval penalty from them. So right now it's 10 approval malice for each Burrow Street. If you can get a Burrow Street to have 4 Burrow Street neighbors, it will level up, providing plus 15. Which at that point, that negates the minus 10, making it plus 5. So if you can grow your city large enough in sort of territorial area to get enough levels up, it sort of negates the Burrow Street malices, which is kind of what we're going for right now. But that's one of the reasons our science isn't super great. Oh, plus our booster effect wore off. Okay. I'm going to turn on the wine. We're only going to have 1 cast of that. I'll also turn the Quicksilver on. I'll look this up into the state where we're making happy approval, which is plus 15% money, 15% science. That's only going to be a temporary solution, but the Burrow Streets getting built should be a more permanent solution. So there's another settlement we can go attack. Minor settlement. Basically, want to clear out all the minor locations near us for food reasons. So want you to attack you, want you to attack you, want you to attack you. Those two should just be fine wherever they are. Ooh, depending on who attacks whom, we may get may not attack that one before he gets his attack off, which is chain lightning off, which would be a little bit bad. Yeah, we're gonna get hit with the chain lightning, which is a little bit of a bad thing. Although it's probably only gonna hit 2 over units, which is not bad enough. It'd be a big issue. Oh, and the chain lightning did 0 damage. That works for me. One of 3 down. Oh, we rolled a 0. That's playable. You down. And with that, we're gonna have 3 more cadavers for the cadaver pile. Which is, of course, how big the pile is at the moment, but... Feed on bones is up to level 6. Tempted to take the military upkeep down again, but I am going to take the no negative hex from winter. So that our 1 army here is not going to be affected by winter, which can roll in any time from 2 to 22 turns in the future. Okay, so that's where nation number 3 is. Okay, so we have a rough idea where everyone is. We got Ardent Mages over here. Red, I think, is the Volters. No, green's the Volters. Then I don't know what red is. Based on that city architecture, I'm going to say that they're probably the Wild Walkers. There's our mercenary market. So that now means we have the ability to recruit mercenaries, obviously. We're probably not going to bother with the mercenaries. More importantly, that gives us the ability to pick up more heroes as we can afford them. I'm probably going to want governors in all the major cities we make for this faction, partially to maybe offset the fact that they're not particularly good farmers. As well as we want generals to lead all the armies. The usual shindig. This should be an easy fight. These two people are more... this minor faction is more support-oriented. So I'm gonna knock down, drag out, fight. They're not particularly well performing, so this is definitely not the appropriate situation for the Driders to get involved in. One down. One down on the first turn, we'll get the other one down on the second turn. Three more for the next food stockpile. We get another Burrow Street done on the next turn, and that'll be the first one that actually provides net positive approval. Probably that direction. Get the industry from the forest over there. I guess we want to do that tile, because I'll level that one up, and it's +5 approval. Oh, that was a quest to go explore a particular location. Lust for loot. 15 turns to explore 4 places. You want us to go back over there. Okay. Okay, here comes rolling in winter. We've got the gold that we can probably just eat the dust upkeep for the winter. We are making enough food that the city is food positive even during the winter, although not by much. This is expected to be a reasonably short winter, between 1 and 15 turns. And we can tell it's a reasonably short one because it's telling us between 1 and 15 and not 1 to 20. Because the variance normally on your understanding is 20 turns. We're not in era 2 yet, so we're stuck to the era, or stuck to the first rung on these. Gonna take the vision, gonna take the science, gonna take the unit cost reduction. The unit cost reduction will be nice the moment we hit era 2, because we're going to want to recruit a little bit. Well, we're going to recruit a forager, and then we're going to want a perfilator fairly early on. Although I need to do the science, right? So when we get into the era, I'm going to have to recruit. We're going to have to research the perfilator, then research the meritocratic promotion, so I got the space in the army for the new units. And then we're going to want to do cannon fodder. So we got a bunch of techs that we're really going to want really early on in the next era. We can reactivate the wine, so we shall. And that's at least keeping us up in Empire Approval happy. Sounds good. Some extra dust. You want us to go down there? The next one. Leveled up. Yeah, we'll take the cost reduction on the army units. It'll be nice when we start to train units in the next era. There is the end of winter. Summer returns. Okay, so actually building that's when they leveled both of those up, so it was plus 30. This one's still going to be minus 10. The next one will be a level up. So we're still trying to get the still going to be working a little bit around the loyalty here from a value standpoint, but not for much longer. Sewer system will be done in 2 turns. Sewer system provides +2 approval, or +20 approval, and if approval is happy, provides 1 influence. Which can be a somewhat valuable source of influence early in the game. Looks like we pretty much have an issue in this fight, so we should be able to bring these guys down pretty quickly. doesn't help that these guys we're fighting are also specialists in dealing with ranged units, and we're full melee, so... Oh, that hit hard. Which, well, sucks for the unaligned here. Looks like we might actually wipe the entire enemy unit, entire enemy army within one... Oh, no. There was a hex where you could have attacked from, but he did... Or actually, he might now have been able to attack up that hill. Okay, looks like we'll finish them easily in the second turn now. I'm gonna go over there. Okay. Yeah, well, the city size 8, normally you'd only have to only be allowed to have 4 expands, right? So we get 1 expand per pop instead of 2, which you normally get. So we can actually get all the way up to 8 expands, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're working on a 6. We're gonna do 7, 8. And that's one of the strengths of being the Necrophages, is you can get fairly large cities with fairly small population. And there's a kind of a hump when building cities where if you can get them to a certain size, they become a lot more stable. Iron Tier 1 weapons armor available for heroes and ground units. Newly trained units will now be veteran level 2 and cost more. Okay, tech-wise, we want you, and you. Fairly early on. Might not bother with demanding gods. We're not having a loyalty issue that I think would be solved necessarily with a plus 30 on demanded cost of a pop. Maybe that one then. Not likely to be buying out cities as an industry-centric person. Sectoring nation. Got a lot of forest tiles, so that'd be pretty decent. Might pass on the canal system. Base food. We do have a river, so we probably want to take advantage of the river-centric stuff, like access to the stockpiles. Might finish the air off with the roads, so that if we do get multiple cities, we can have roads going between them. Obviously, it'll all be internal trade, but that's fine. Can I get back 2 turns to get within our borders? I'll still do that. I think the +1 movement range will be worth it. We need to get back in our own territory for that. Upgrade our equipment to all the tier 2. For these guys to keep up with the army, we are going to want... Let's hit apply for them. We'll actually double upgrade them. So you've got movement speed 6, you have movement speed 6, okay. So we are going to do a second one. And we will just straight upgrade the warning bell. If when we get to tier 3, we'll probably want to put the movement speed 1 on them. Because at that point, they'll be slower than the foot troops. So to keep not slow the army down, we'll need to upgrade the movement speed item. But and then we haven't built a colonist, but again, we're going to tell the colonist they can have the faster movement speed item. Build the sewer system, build the barrow street, put a forger in the queue. Yeah, probably one of the linemen, so we'll probably want another forester. And when we get the perfilator, we'll put a perfilator in the queue as well. There we go, we got fervent support in the city here. Provides extra food, provides extra industry. And right now, because our entire country is one city, it also provides extra dust and science income. Okay, up armor the hero. I assume brick wall is still going to be better than the tier 2 version. Yeah. To be fair, once we get the army grouped up with the new units, we'll probably look to actually start a fight with one of the neighbors. Let's get you, just in case we do get attacked in the city here, let's get you upgraded. I should have attacked the guy instead of running towards the quest. Whoops. And the reason was because moving in the zone of control cost 2 points. If I attacked the person and killed him, then we wouldn't have had the movement penalty. We got there a turn sooner. We go. Defeated the dredge in that battle. Wasn't that the quest location? For loot... Oh no, it's all the way up there. Whoops. So this one advantage of being attacked on a turn is then you get to fight twice. That's the transfer disease to the target when attacking. Units with the disease lose 10% of their life. Never mind. And when dying, the disease is spread to chasing units. Yeah, we've been hitting hard enough that it hasn't really been an effect that plays much into our strategy here, but it's a thing to remember. It's definitely beneficial if we are taking enough that we can at least hit the enemy and apply the disease. There we go. Another successful battle. Let's apply you to the city. There, we should get another population in the city. Good to see. Someone's attacking us. No, they're getting our way, which is annoying. Oh, I think this is going to be the biggest battle we've fought. Should double checked who I had assigned to attack which targets. Interesting that they're going that way instead of advancing on the clearly exposed person that could be attacking. Just realized it wasn't quite the zoom level where you can actually hear the sounds of the combat. So I felt zooming in so you could actually hear them swinging at each other might be an interesting thing to do in this battle. Second of 5 down. 35 down. Should be able to finish everyone else off. So one more glass steel. The next location is right back at base. Okay, so it's basically telling me go run back to base, and if you can get there in one turn, which we're not going to do, we can get some more reward. Okay. Level 2 of the skill, no idle hands. Or level 1 of the skill, fast healers on this guy. Okay, so once we pick that one up, I'm not going to do that right away. I still think it's going to be worth picking up Slave Driver, and then we'll probably pick up Fast Healer for the quest. Our faction quest. We have failed to complete the quest, less for loot. Yeah, we didn't get the last step. No. 3 or 4 is still better than nothing, so. So you'll finish in 2. The Perfilator will finish in, or the Research will finish in 4. And we'll probably put it ahead of the Burrow Street so we can get our guy made. Whenever heroes leveled up, feed on bones leveled up. Okay, let's get the other thrifty to lower the upkeep cost of the army. Okay, now in theory the military upkeep of this army is down minus 40%. What are we paying for that army? 14.1. That's not very much. There we go. By defending ourselves, we have defeated that one. unit of the neighbors, giving us another cadaver. Well, I suppose I do need to pick up the meritocratic promotion, so rushing straight back is maybe a little bit of a rush. Don't need to go back that quickly. Dump the stockpile in the city. So 3 more stockpiles like that, and we should be able to get the city to grow another size. Oh, and they're attacking us. That works for me. Oh, almost one-shot the guy in one hit. Okay. Didn't go to where I wanted to put him, so we didn't actually get to attack the last one, but they did basically two-shot the guy, so it could have been worse. There we go. That will be 3 more cadavers for the cadaver pile. More experience for our troops. From one battle to the next battle. Something like that. Okay, so this should be the round that those guys get finished off. Although maybe not hitting them in the best of combinations to avoid counterattacks. 2 more cadavers. And with that, I think that's probably a good place to put a part break in. Ran this part a little bit long, but we're definitely making some progress. We're growing the city, which is helping a lot with loyalty. We are at the point where we could at least stay happy if the wine booster wasn't up, which is a good place to be. And we got one of our foragers. So after we get the Prefillerator done and built and meritocratic promotion complete, we'll be able to get a full 6-size army. And we'll probably start a war probably on the Volters, because the Volters are next to us. They forward settled us, so we're going to go burn their city down. Well, I say burn the city down. We're probably going to steal it from them instead of burn it down, but we'll move against them probably in the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I'm going to try to record 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take a short break just to sip some tea and to try to get the ad break out of the way. And so with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.